Hey everyone, James Lynch here doing a quick reaction video to the Jack Della Maddalena Gilbert Burns welterweight fight which took place at UFC 299. You know the drill. If you haven't seen the fight, turn this video off. All right, it is Jack Della Maddalena knocking out Gilbert Burns in the third round. This was a great fight. This was a close fight, like right up until the finish. I think this fight was going either way. I had it 1-1 going into the third round. Gilbert Burns getting a lot of takedowns in this fight. Jack Della Maddalena being a little bit faster in the striking, but there's a lot of people that said that Jack was going to finish Gilbert early, and I didn't think that was going to be the case. Look, Gilbert made a huge mistake in that third round going for a takedown. He basically, like, we've seen this before, where a fighter goes in for a takedown and they get kneed. Like, a really extreme example of this would be Ben Askren and Jorge Masvidal, but same sort of thing here with Burns. He goes for the takedown, perfectly placed knee there from Jack Della Maddalena, and what a late stoppage by Dan Miragliotta. Like, that almost ruined this whole experience and win there for Jack Della Maddalena. People talking more about the stoppage than the win itself here. But make no mistake about it, this is the biggest win of Jack Della Maddalena's career. This is the type of win that will get him in title contention. And the other thing I loved about this fight, and you got to give him credit because there's not a lot of fighters saying this other fighter's name, but he calls out Shavkat Rakhmonov. Huge call out, good call out there. A teammate of Gilbert Burns. Shavkat also, undefeated in the UFC. I mean, if they want to do that, I think that makes a lot of sense because we don't know what's happening with the welterweight title right now, but that is the fight to make, I think. Jack Della Maddalena, in my opinion, just skyrocketed his UFC career by getting a finisher over Gilbert Burns. Interestingly enough, I went back and looked. This is the first time Gilbert Burns has lost back-to-back fights in his UFC career, so it just goes to show you what a veteran he is. But again, I don't think Burns looked bad in this fight. Like, he had Jack, like if this fight would have gone on a little bit longer and Jack didn't get that knee, Gilbert Burns might have won a decision tonight. So I know there's going to be people, I already see people on my timeline, Burns to Bellator, all this nonsense. Listen, he looked good tonight. He got caught. It happens. It happens to a lot of fighters, but full marks to Jack Della Maddalena. Don't want to take anything away from that performance because at the end of the day, you got a knockout win over Gilbert Burns. Just the second time Gilbert Burns has been finished at 170. Khamzat Chimaev couldn't even finish Gilbert Burns. So what does that say? Jack Della Maddalena looking very good in the division right now. So we'll see what happens with both fighters. But I think for JDM, like I said, Shavkat or something in the title picture, I think with Gilbert Burns, probably another up-and-comer. Like, I don't know what that looks like. I don't think they'll do him in like Ian Gary, but something along those lines. Actually, him and Sean Brady might make sense, although Brady, probably wants to fight a bit sooner, and Burns should take some time off after that stoppage loss. So we can talk more about that on the post-fight show. But I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. How did you have the fight scored going into that third round? Because even the first round, I thought JDM won. Burns did get that takedown, so that's what makes the fight a little bit interesting. But regardless, it doesn't make a difference because JDM gets the knockout win. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, @LynchOnSports. Let me know what you think of the fight and what should be next for both fighters in the comments. I'm James Lynch. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.